up, fellow YouTubers? Ooh-wee. Here's the beer I'm drinking on. It's empty now because I poured the rest of it into a glass. Mr. Wang, thank you for the seasoning. I appreciate it. Still waiting for my YouTube money to come in, but I also got another care package. Ooh, what's in here? Let's see what we got. King Cobra JFS. I always enjoy the tobacco reviews. Kirk. That's funny. I got a friend of mine whose name is Kirk. That's too funny. One of my fans sent me this. I appreciate it. Look what we got, YouTube. We got some Dark Horse regular pipe tobacco. Yes. We have cigarette packs, oh, damn, dude. Yeah, YouTube fan did not skimp on this, man. Holy shit, dude. I am set on cigarettes for a minute. God damn, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 packs of these Pall Malls. Fuck yeah, dude. What else we got? Mountain Dew Spark, huh? Check that out. That's cool looking. We'll give this a review. Oh ho ho, what do we got here? What else we got? A bunch of, oh dude, they sent me a bunch of tobacco products. Holy shit, dude. Damn, bro. That's what's up. Y'all gave me a can of nasal snuff. Oh, dude. A bunch of cans of this good stuff right here. A can of Grizzly Chew. Some Camel Snooze pouches. Yeah, buddy. They got 3 more. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. So I might do a tobacco review of one of these later on. And look at all the jerky sticks they sent me too to go with it. Dude. My ass is stacked with jerky sticks. Sweet. I'll be right back. Thank you for the tobacco and the jerky. I really do appreciate that. More than you'll ever know. Put all my tobacco products up. I might leave one pack of Palomals out and do one for a review. Oh fuck yeah, dude. This is what I like to see. My fans are too good to me. I love getting free tobacco in the mail. Got packs for days, suckers. Yeah. You know, I'm a firm believer, man, in good karma. So I'll keep this on the side here. And you know what? This one goes out to my fan Kirk. Thank you for the yeah, my other buddy's name is Kurt, so I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, yeah, buddy. Go ahead and smoke one of these right quick. Before we do that, though, let's try some of that jerky. Sweet, man. See, YouTube, this is how famous I am. My YouTube fans are like, I've always enjoyed your tobacco reviews, so here's a bunch of free nicotine products. Fucking sweet. I tell you what, I opened the boxes and I'm like, what in the fuck? Oh, hey, cool. Let's give one of these jerky sticks a try, shall we? Mm-hmm. They're a little spicy. Like a little, like a spicy sort of, what's called a firecracker. They're called firecrackers. They're like a spicy sausage. Dude, that's tasty. Fuck yeah, dude. I get my YouTube money. We'll make a burger with these. For sure, dude. Ooh-wee. We also got some not quite sure how you pronounce that. McTristals or McTristals. Sorry about that. QuickTime Player was freezing up. McTristals snuff. Oh yeah, dude. We're gonna get into it. I will be doing reviews of those other products later on down the road, so I do appreciate that. My fans are awesome. Alright. We're going to get into a juicy rant here in a second. Is it snuff? That's it. Ah! Yes, it is. It's powdered snuff. Oh, I love it. Yes. Now there are some snuff cans that have like the lid where you like turn it and then you just take a little scoop out and then this one doesn't have that. Oh, I love nasal snuff. Yes. FanMail unboxing and rants. What? Mountain Dew Spark. Let's give it a go, shall we? That's definitely a fresh bottle. Mountain Dew Spark, huh? It's a nice pretty color. That tastes like passion fruit, grapefruit. Yeah, kind of like passion fruit and grapefruit. Sweet. Let's mix it in with the beer and see how it tastes. Cheers. Interesting. Hey, it's a drink combo. Doesn't taste that bad. Of course, I'm not that picky when it comes to drink combos. So let's give some of this powdered snuff a go, shall we? I have my tobacco pipe tool with me. We'll take the scooper, scoop a little bit out, put it in our snuff pocket. For those of you who don't know, this is powdered nasal snuff. It is powdered tobacco that you snort, ooh-wee. And it burned like a bitch, dude. I have to be careful when I do it so I don't spill the can. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good snuff. Oh yeah. That clears out your sinuses and burns like a bitch, dude. Oh, dude. Got kind of like a menthol-y sort of effect to it, man. Fucking beautiful. We're gonna tighten that can back up. That can's a little loose, so we gotta be careful packing that around. Well, thank you again, Kirk, for the sweet care package, and thank you, Mr. Wang, for the seasoning. I'll definitely find a way to incorporate it in the cooking videos somehow. Alright, so Hunter Avalon made a video about Cannon's death, and we're going to review it. Now, obviously, I could tell he was kind of I'm hoping that he was being sarcastic with the simp video that he made. I couldn't tell or not. You know, in a way, it's kind of like me being sarcastic when I do my thing, you know. But, ooh-wee. That's some good nasal snuff. And here's the thing of it, YouTube. I tried to flag a couple of my troll accounts. It didn't work. But there are other ways of taking them down, so I'm not worried about it. Alright. Okay, YouTube. We'll definitely have more nicotine products to review as the videos go on. Let's go ahead and, well, I got this window open over here, so I'm going to crack this one open so the smell of it don't fumigate. I'm actually trying to cut down on smoking in my apartment, believe it or not. Another reason why I bought an ashtray for outside, because one, I'm sick and tired of cigarette butts being littered all over the ground. And two, it's like, if I'm going to smoke outside, I need something to put it in. But yeah, let's go ahead and give these Pall Malls a try. Go ahead and pull one out. Alright. That's a nice pack that I did on it. Alright, let's go. Now watching this Hunter Avalon video is going to tie into the rant that I have after it, so let's go.
Hey there everybody, it's Hunter Avalon here, and today's video is going to be a really serious video, because today we are talking about the absolutely horrific story of a 5-year-old boy who was fatally shot in a senseless act of violence.
Yep. Hunter is talking, of course, about Cannon, the young 5-year-old white male who was shot and killed. And of course, you got people trying to make a race war out of this crap. You got people trying to use this to spread their political agenda and bring politics into it. And I'm like, can we just stop? Okay? A 5-year-old was shot and killed in cold blood, and you gotta use it to start another race war. You gotta use it to spread your political agenda. I'm sick of it.
This story is honestly so heartbreaking, and as someone who has children, as someone who has a son, this really hits home for me. And just reading the news, it almost caused me to literally break down in tears because of how horrific this story really is. Last Sunday, a little boy by the name of Cannon Hittent was shot in the head and killed in front.
I'm gonna raise my glass of beer to Cannon Hittent. Hittent? It's a hard name to pronounce. Dude, condolences. Like, you don't even fucking know, dude. This broke my heart too, dude. As a decent human being, I felt so disgusted by what happened. It broke my heart, dude. It broke my fucking heart, dude. You know, I can't even begin to imagine what it's like. So if you have kids out there, cherish them, man. Because,
front of his father's South Carolina home. A neighbor came out of nowhere and just, for some reason, decided to shoot the little boy who was simply riding his bicycle with his siblings. I'm not going to tell you the killer's name, but he was a 25-year-old black man who, again, out of nowhere, decided to just kill this little boy. In fact, Cannon's father even said that he was friends with the neighbor and...
Can you believe this shit, YouTube? Cannon was actually friends with his neighbor that shot him. What the fuck, man?
had even invited him to attend dinner with him in the past, and then out of nowhere, he murdered his son. Absolutely fucking appalling in every conceivable way. Here's a picture of little 5-year-old Cannon.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. When you look at Cannon's face, you see the innocence of a child. You know? So I hope that the asshole who shot Cannon goes to jail for the rest of his life. So... By the way, Kirk, tasty cigarette. Thank you for sending the sweet care package. But I hope the asshole who shot little Cannon goes to jail for the rest of his life and he never sees the day of light again. Yep.
Who was tragically murdered for doing absolutely nothing wrong. Thankfully, this story is now getting a lot of attention, and so many people are stepping in to try and help. Their GoFundMe account has raised over $700,000, and in South Carolina, there...
Oh yeah, because there are these people who are bitching and complaining like, oh hey, where's all the rage with this one, huh? You literally have people trying to start another race war and spread their political agenda through a 5-year-old's death. It's just truly disgusting and despicable.
There is a mural that has been set up to honor the 5-year-old boy who was shot and killed while riding his bike. The 25-year-old monster that killed this little boy is in prison. He's facing a first-degree murder charge. And even though it's nearly a week later, we still don't actually have a motive for this horrific and senseless act of violence. Reports also have emerged suggesting that Cannon's mother will seek the death penalty. And you know what? That right there, it makes me really happy. I'm pretty iffy on the death penalty.
Fuck it, I support the death penalty 1000%. To quote Ron White, to quote a very famous comedian by the name of Ron White, I was watching the news the other day. I saw a crime so heinous I couldn't even fit it in my head. And then the judge on his behalf, the lawyer on his behalf said, we can't kill him. He's too stupid to know what he did. He rolls his turds into balls and eats crayons. Really? And Hunter says this too. He says there are certain circumstances where even he agrees that put that sick son of a bitch down, dude.
I've seen a lot of horrific stories about people who are not actually proven guilty, still getting sentenced to death. So I'm very iffy on the death penalty. Personally, I'm a big proponent of rehabilitation. I think that for virtually any criminal, they should have some chance at being rehabilitated. However, I also think that there are some people who just need to be put down.
I agree. Death penalty to chimos, rapists, murderers. I agree. Put them all down.
and I think the killer in this story is one of them. A disgusting crook who out of nowhere decided to murder a 5-year-old boy by shooting him in the head execution style in front of his young siblings.
I know, dude. Fucking preach. Like, could you begin to fucking imagine? You're having a nice sunny day, you're playing with your brother, riding bikes, just being a kid, man. And some fucking sick, disgusting piece of shit of a human being says, "Oh, hey." Really? Like, it gets to the point anymore where living with this stupid society we live in is mentally exhausting. In fact, I already did a video on this topic. It's on my channel. I sang White Lion When the Children Cry for Canon. Seemed oddly appropriate. A little tribute, you know. But,
outside of his father's home, yeah, that fucker deserves to be put down and rot in hell. The story of the...
Oh yeah, when he rots in hell, I'll be down there. I'll be down there torturing his soul for all eternity. Satanic 11 rules of the earth. Never hurt small children. It's rule number 9. Avav, above and below.
This poor little boy is absolutely tragic. But the tragedy is even deeper than that, because there are plenty of people right now who are politicizing this horrific act of violence. Conservative blogger and right-wing mouthpiece Matt Walsh, he tweeted about this.
Okay, this is where we get into the nitty-gritty of the video. First of all, I am so fucking sick and tired of select individuals and their political beliefs. The right-wing mouthpiece, the left-wing mouthpiece, blah, 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 blah. Okay? One person does not speak for one whole political party.
This incident and said if the races were reversed, everyone would be talking about this for a month. But instead, no one is talking about it.
Well, that's because you have to give people a minute to adjust to just how fucking horrendous this shit is. Once people have grasped the concept of how tremendously horrible this shit is, they're like, okay, let's talk about it. You know? And I wasn't going to wait until the news outlets covered it. No, dude, no. I already covered this story, so we're just going to skip through this video here and, you know.
Conservatives like Tucker Carlson was asking why the media was ignoring the murder, while an on-screen banner during Friday's broadcast of the Ingram angle asked, "Where is the outrage over the slaying of Cannon Hittens?" Even Donald Trump...
No, Cannon Hitton's death was completely unnecessary. It was senseless and unjustified. But now you got these people who got to bring religion and politics and all this other crap, and oh my god, dude. Like, this is the worst time to bring political and or other beliefs into it. Like, come on, people.
Trump Jr. claimed that large news media outlets were ignoring the story, but as of Monday, the Washington Post, the New York Times, CNN, the Associated Press, People, USA Today, The Daily Beast, and BuzzFeed News have posted stories about the murder, along with local affiliates for CBS, NBC, Fox, and others. So this is a little boy who was murdered in a senseless act of violence for doing absolutely nothing wrong. And the first thing the right is now talking about is, look how hypocritical the mainstream media is for not talking about this. They talked about George Floyd, but they're not talking about the little boy, despite the fact that there's been multiple stories posted on virtually every single mainstream media outlet. What happened with George Floyd is horrifying and terrible, and what happened to this little boy is horrifying and terrible. Why?
Exactly. You know, to be fair, sometimes when this kind of crap happens to white people, it's not talked about as much because it doesn't have the racism angle.
people on the right trying to compare these things? People are outraged about both of these senseless acts of violence, and you can be upset about both without...
I am extremely upset by both acts of senseless violence, to be quite honest. Incredibly offended.
Without being some form of a hypocrite. Even Candace Owens, who might actually be one of the dumbest people in the entire world, tweets out this headline that says, "Funeral held for 5-year-old Cannon Hinton, who was fatally shot while riding his bike." And she writes, "I'm confused. Why doesn't this headline read, funeral held for unarmed white 5-year-old who was fatally shot by black man while riding his bike?"
Oh my fucking god, dude.
All of a sudden, race doesn't matter?
Candace Owens, you fucking cunt, go fuck yourself. Like, do you realize that racial tensions are at an all-time high in our country because of George Floyd's death? And instead of being like, hey, you know what? Who gives a shit about skin tone? A 5-year-old was shot and killed. And honestly, this is the shitty part of it. The fact that a black man shot an innocent white kid while riding his bike. This is just gonna make shit worse, dude. And this is the problem with our fucking society anymore. We see a tragedy like Cannon's death and we can't sit here and be like, yeah, you know what? This is messed up. Fuck all the racism. Fuck all the bullshit. This is just plain messed up, dude. Ridiculous.
First of all, Candace, why the hell are you trying to start a race war?
Thank you. I agree, Hunter. 1000%.
Second of all, I thought that conservatives were the ones who were always complaining that race was brought into the equation. So it's so funny to watch the script flip here. And now all of a sudden we have conservatives demanding they actually do talk about race. Lastly, no, it's not that all of a sudden race doesn't matter. It's that race had no bearing on this horrific, tragic act of senseless violence. Even Cannon's own father said that this is no racial issue. And the grandmother of the boy who was killed told the Washington Post that she can't think of a reason why that seems plausible. Even the family is denying that this is a racial issue.
I mean, to be fair, and this is where the extremist rights and these so-called conservatives are coming from, is if Cannon would have been a 5-year-old black boy and he would have been shot by some crazy white asshole, people would have been screaming racism from the hills and back. Even if racism wasn't the issue. But, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not. Sometimes white people kill black people and it's not motivated by racism. And sometimes black people kill white people and it's not motivated by racism.
that is the truth. That is the freaking truth, Hunter. Which is why I sang White Lion when the children cry. Where a man is killing men and no one knows just why. 'Cause you were born into this evil world. And this is the thing of it, YouTube. Sometimes, yes, race does play a factor into the equation. Sometimes it doesn't. But people don't focus on the sometimes, do they? No, they do not. If it's a white versus a black in any situation, period. Oh, it's racist. That's a racist hate crime. No, a crime is a crime, period. Have we become so racially divided in our fucking country that this is what we're talking about? We can't just be like, hey, you know what? This kid was shot and killed and he's innocent. This perfectly innocent 5-year-old. Ridiculous.
Let's stop trying to be overly reductionist here, and let's stop politicizing this little child's death to try and obfuscate from the other tragedy that is also George Floyd. Another thing that's important to remember is when George Floyd was murdered, for example, that is indicative of a statistical problem showing that black men are more likely to be victims of police brutality. George Floyd's death was indicative of an overall problem that is very heavily based on race.
Right there, you heard it first. George Floyd's death was based off of a unfair and too true statistic that blacks are more likely to encounter police brutality than their white counterparts. Which we'll get into after I finish watching this video and then the second half of this rant.
Race matters in that story. When it's a little boy who is tragically murdered by a black man, race doesn't necessarily have bearing on that story. Candace Owens' comments are really bad too. Look at this one. Black privilege, the ability to break every law in the country and still remain the victim. Yet this kid's killer was apprehended within 24 hours. He's in prison with no bond. And there's a very...
I agree, Hunter, but at the same time, how long did it take George Floyd's killers to get prosecuted? As you just said earlier, okay, 4 white cops decide to kill an innocent black man because they're white and because they're police officers. It takes them longer to get prosecuted. But the killer of young Cannon here was black and also not a cop. So it didn't take them long to be like, oh yeah, you're getting locked up. And this is why within the first 24 hours he was apprehended. Because killing an innocent child, regardless of their skin tone, is messed up. Okay? There are some contributing factors, like I mentioned, but overall, the reason why he was apprehended so quickly is because killing an innocent child is beyond effing messed up. So, you know, this is where both sides are kind of right in this argument, but regardless of that fact, holy crap, dude. That fucking post that Mark Downs wrote. Holy shit, dude. Check your privilege, asshole. That's what I gotta say.
high chance he'll get the death penalty. So, I guess his black privilege really isn't working out too well there. What happened here is an absolute tragedy, and we should stop trying to politicize this boy's death and instead come together as America to condemn the killer, to pursue justice for this boy and his family. This is not a racial issue, so let's stop trying to make it one. This story is honestly horrific, and it makes me think how I would feel if my child was murdered senselessly, and then on top of dealing with the horrific loss of losing your own son, Next, you have to deal with a bunch of conservative dipshits trying to make this about race.
Okay, you sit here and say, let's stop politicizing it. You sit here and say, stop politicizing it. But then it's all the conservative dipshits. Blah, 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 blah. And you know, the crap with George Floyd's death, YouTube, is it makes cops look bad. Not all cops are like that, man. And we'll get into that the second half of this here rant, so keep the video rolling. Exactly, Hunter Avalon. If you're sitting here saying don't politicize this incident, then why are you sitting here blaming conservatives for this crap? I'm not saying anything, like I agree with a lot of what you're saying here, but one or two people speaking on their opinion does not reflect on the whole political party. So yeah, let's stop politicizing about this crap. Let's come together as a nation and be like, you know what, this right here is messed up.
Trying to politicize the death of your child. Everything about this story is horrific. Everything about this story is a tragedy. Give this video a like, comment below, and share this video. I've put the GoFundMe in my description below, so if you guys want to donate and help out, that would be fantastic. Thank you everyone for watching. Let's continue fighting for justice for Cannon Hittent. Thank you everyone. Peace.
Alright. Oh my god, dude. I need a beer for this second half of this rant. So, I'm not going to be drinking heavily today. 2 beers is enough for now. Honestly. Oh, major shocker, it's a Rolling Rock. You know what? I like Rolling Rock. Sue me. It's cheap, you know. Grab a, pour ourselves another glass here of this deliciousness. And speaking of George Floyd, now I'm part of a group on Facebook, okay? I'm part of a group on Facebook for adults who have Asperger's. And one of the members posted this thing that literally said, and I quote, "Are there any other adults out there with Asperger's who support hashtag BLM? Let me know." And the amount of racism in the comment section was beyond ridiculous. Okay, this is why I say hashtag Black Lives Matter, hashtag Blue Lives Matter, hashtag Some Lives Matter. As somebody who was swatted by the Casper Police Department, when you have 40 or 50 plus guns pointed at you, it's a bit disconcerting. And what these fucking white privileged cunts don't fucking realize, okay, is that they've had it way easier in their fucking life than most black folks have. And furthermore, like I said, this is the kind of crap that gives cops and blacks a bad name. When you see a black man shoot an innocent 5-year-old, and when you see a bunch of blacks and whites rioting in the streets while calling themselves peaceful protesters, this is the kind of crap that's just going to make everything worse. You got these fucking assholes who are pointing laser pointers at police officers, trying to blind them, and then calling themselves peaceful protesters. Fuck out of here. Now, thankfully, now when I got swatted the second time, both sides handled it as professionally as we could. I stayed calm and collected. They were calm and collected. They looked through everything. They're like, there's nobody here. Why the fuck are we here? It's ridiculous, YouTube. And there, you know, when I'm sitting there scrolling through the comments, reading all these nasty, ugly hate comments, I'll see a couple comments that are positive and not so. It's become a real shit show on all sides of the argument, dude. Let's just put it that way. And rightfully so. You know, you should be outraged by George Floyd's death, by Cannon's death, you know? And that's perfectly fine. However, sometimes rioting and oh, got a little bit of nasal snuff on my cheek. Sometimes sitting there and you know, hold up. Finish the one I'm on. You know, this is making cops look bad. This is making blacks look bad. This is making whites look bad. You know, and it's just making the whole fucking situation worse, dude. And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. You know, I am beyond sick of it. The video started off positive. You're like, oh hey, a fan mail unboxing. That's pretty sweet. Cobra got some more fan mail, huh? They sent him some cigarettes, some tobacco, some meat snacks, some seasoning. YouTube, this is the kind of crap that just breaks my heart, dude. It's making a bunch of sides look bad, and instead of focusing on, okay, this is making a lot of people look really bad right now, instead of focusing on, this is a messed up tragedy, we should unite as a country. Nope. You know what people are gonna do? They're gonna use it to spread their stupid, fucked up opinions. They're going to use it to spread their political agenda, and I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. They're taking these tragedies that are happening in our country right now and using it to spread their political agenda. It's all the Democrats' fault. No, it's all the Republicans' fault. No, them damn conservatives. Oh, them damn this and that. Blah, 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 blah. And I've had enough of it, dude. Anyways, YouTube, thank you for watching my fan mail unboxing and rant. I'll catch you later.